What's up, guys? True Chaos. We're back with more NASCAR Heat Evolution, and if you saw the last video, you can see we're running simulation mode now. Yeah, it didn't go so great. We finished dead last. I think I wrecked like what 2-3 times in a 2% race. So yeah, simulation mode is quite the monster. We're working on getting our next upgrade, 350,000. So we should be able to get it, I think. Still racing simulation mode, so I really did drop the cash flow down severely by not sticking with the normal physics and just working my way through the field. When they start the next round of races, I will switch back to normal. I thought about going the entire season, but I'm like, okay, this is just trying to break the bank at this point. So we will switch over back to normal. I believe we will be doing that when we get to Martinsville. So got a couple more races, I think, with the simulation mode. Like I said, I thought it was great. I mean, the one thing I do like about simulation mode is you can have custom setups. I mean, if you're really if you know more about cars and you know all the technicals in and outs and what these different settings do, you can set your car up exactly how you want to for this track. So yeah, if you want to do that, you got to be in simulation mode. I kind of hate they didn't give us at least a minor bit of this in normal. I mean, honestly, you should at least have the option to do what you can do in the pits for normal simulation. You can only make these changes, matter of fact, miscellaneous settings and tire settings plus gear settings. Those are three you should get access to if you're playing normal, but they don't give it to you, so it kind of sucks. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and run this race at Kansas. Not gonna qualify just because I'm still running
Today NASCAR is
mode.
back,
And probably gonna wreck anyway. I did not adjust my steering sensitivity, which I was going to do, but I figured I was doing pretty well, and I kind of just need to. I've got that first-person shooter figure, is what I like to call it. I've been playing FPSs for years, and I'm used to, that quick movement, taking an analog stick all the way over to the left to try to turn around to see somebody. So let's get back out here. As you can see, I got too heavy on the turn in there, not enough braking into the corner, and it stepped all the way out. It's really it's a fight. I mean, you may not see it watching the video, but it is a fight keeping control of this car right now and getting through the corners. And you step down on the apron, you're going to spin. Oop, and I got back on the gas too early. That is my biggest problem right now. This is why I say you should play simulation mode with a wheel and pedal setup, because using the controller, I'm using the trigger button as my pedal. So and I don't think that's another sensitivity I haven't really tuned in for simulation mode. I pushed down probably about half away, and I believe just because I'm trying to not mash the crud out of my controller, I'm at full throttle. So you may want to tune that up before you switch to simulation mode if you're going to do it with a controller. But other than that, yeah, leave simulation mode for the pedal. Unless you're just that good at controlling and, you're fine with the constant wrecking. I mean, it adds more challenge to the game, that's for sure. I mean, this is, honestly, I probably should have tuned the AI down easy just because I'm being such a noob right now. I didn't really slow down at all going into that corner. Like I said, it's a whole lot more to think about. You have to think like an actual driver, sort of. I mean, using brake in the corners, not just cutting the wheel all the way over. Jeez. and focusing. You can see we basically had the same damage we had last week where were we? I can't remember where we were. Charlotte. Yeah, we were at Charlotte last week on this race. Or the last race, not last week. And we have the same amount of damage right now. 42% damage to the aero, the radiators at 28 or 20%. Nice little another wreck to the front end. Radiator is likely going to be shot. And we will probably wind up overheating. The engine won't blow up, but it will overheat. Oh, come on, Ellis. I think those are my favorites. When you try to pass down on the apron on the last lap, and the game kicks autopilot back on, it will shoot you from the apron into the wall. And if there's a car right there, it takes them out. So there you go, Kansas. That's 2 40th finishes back-to-back in simulation mode. As I said before, I'm not that great at these. Really. I'm not good if I don't have a wheel and a pedal set up and it's a realistic driving simulator. I'm not that great. That's why eventually I want to get that set up again. I had it back on the PlayStation 2 with at least a cheap setup, a little tabletop wheel. I actually still have the steering wheel itself. I guess I threw out the pedals but kept the wheel for some reason. But I do actually still have the wheel. But of course, you know, there's probably ways to use it on the console now, but it ain't worth it. I'd rather get the new modern setup. So yeah, we finished 40th here at Kansas. We're at the tail end of this season. I am going to be switching physics back to normal. Believe in a couple races. I think it's when we get back around to Martinsville, I'll be switching the physics back up. But yeah, that's the way it's going. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And, you know, leave comments on something. How do you feel racing in simulation mode if you've played this game? Or you got tips? Give me tips. I'm more than happy to hear them. So, yeah, catch you guys on the next video.